You've heard of the 7 C's, but have you heard of the 3 C's? This video has nothing to do with pirates, so if that's you, get your rum-loving booty out of here. Go on, get it. However, if you're a digital course creator and you are looking to make your online courses as impactful as possible, you need to know about the 3 C's, and that's what this video is all about. Hi, my name's Dustin, and in the education space, there is this saying, connection over content. And so what does that mean? And it's this idea that when you compare the connection that goes on in learning to the content that is being learned, the connection is more important to successful learning of just about any material. And now there's actually 3 types of connection. Those are your 3 C's, and we're going to go over those. We have connection to the content, connection to the creator, and then finally, connection to the community. Those are your 3 C's, and I want to break down each one of them a bit more in depth and tell you exactly how to implement them in your own digital courses. The first of the 3 types of connection that you need to have in your digital courses is connection with the content. So to help you understand why the connection to content is so important, I want you to think about that you come across this course offering, and this is the best course ever. It has everything that goes into it. You're pretty much guaranteed success, ABC, XYZ, the perfect course. But this course is all about how to watch paint dry. Perhaps the most boring, unimaginative, and plain topic out there. That's not going to resonate with you because you don't see yourself in that content. You don't connect with it. And who knows, maybe someone out there is like, oh, that actually sounds kind of interesting. I hate watching paint dry. I wonder how to make it better. If that's you, good on you. Good on you. Give yourself a pat on the back. But the idea here is that if your student can't connect with the content, they can't understand why it is important to them or relevant to them or how they see it being incorporated into their lives or see themselves within it, it's not going to ever be effective. The hill to climb to learn that content is going to be monumental. So this is why the first C that you really need to address, the first aspect of connection that you need to address is your students' connection with the content. One of the ways that I like to do this in my digital courses is as I pre-sell it and as I get students coming in the door before the launch has started, is I'll send them a survey and I'll ask them what are some of their biggest challenges in each of the areas or the modules that are coming through. And I know that that's like the wave of the magic wand or what's your biggest challenge, or tell me a story about the best teacher you've ever had. Ask them to tell you a story. And what it does is it gets them into the mindset of taking that topic and putting themselves there and applying it to them so they do the work for you. When you come up to that module, you could share some of those responses anonymously. And now you have this list or this group of stories that other students could resonate with, and it helps your entire cohort really see themselves and connect with the content. The second C that we are going to address is your students' connection with the creator, or in this case, you, the person who is creating and teaching the content. Take a moment and think of someone who you absolutely just can't stand. You hate being around them, you hate the way they treat you, everything about them, you just, bleh, right? Now imagine that they have the most valuable thing in the world to teach you, and you wish you could learn it. You might say, oh, it's just the most important thing, I'm just going to suck it up and I'm going to learn it from them and get it over with. You might do that, but you're not going to be happy with it, and I imagine that you probably would not be getting as much out of it as if someone you respected and connected with we're teaching the exact same thing. And that puts into the perspective just how important the connection is with the person you're learning from. Now, there are millions of online courses out there. In fact, if you wanted to get overwhelmed by how many people are doing the same thing, search for Facebook ads courses. There's 1.5 million courses on how to do Facebook ads from 1.5 million different people. Why? Why are they all out there? You would think one person's going to do it great and it's going to be good. However, everyone connects with different content creators. Everyone connects with different teachers. And so you are probably going to have a group of students who specifically connect better with you. But that doesn't mean we should just kind of hang it up and say, well, the people who connect with me will show up and those who don't will kick it. There is still some work to do and things that we can do in order to improve the connection we have with our students. So a few things that I like to do. One is if you're doing videos, this is just a quick tip, look at the lens. This creates that feeling of eye contact. When you are looking at the camera lens and not looking at yourself on Zoom, this helps create that kind of face-to-face type feel. So that is one way to help feel connection. But two, don't be a robot. The robots aren't very personal. Just be yourself, be silly, be goofy, be authentic to who you are. Because when we are authentic to our nerdy, weird, crazy selves, people identify and see themselves in those parts of it. And that helps drive connection. Other things that drive connection is using names. So using your students' names. And this can be as simple as if you're hosting a webinar, when people comment in the chat, use their name when you respond to them as often as possible. That helps people to feel connected. So those are just a few small ways to help drive connection between you and your students. I want to take a quick moment and just say thank you for being here and watching this. If you're finding it helpful, you can help me out by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, maybe even sharing it with a friend who's building their own digital courses as well. And if you want to go a bit more in depth and learn what goes into creating hit digital courses, I've got a free quick start guide down in the description below. So you can grab that link, and I'm going to set you up with this quick 15-minute training that is going to get you going on the first and most important steps to creating effective, accessible, and inclusive digital courses. Let's get into that third tip. The third C of connection is connection with the community. And what we mean by that is you want to foster connection between students. So student to student type connection. Humans are social learners. And we are social creatures. I know a lot of us are introverts and we're like, turn off the phone. But at the same time, we thrive when we are in a group of people who are going through the same type of challenges that we are. And so if you can create a community where your students are lifting each other up, sharing their challenges and their wins and those kind of things, it's going to help them stay with the content, and it's going to help them learn it more because they want to keep up with this social community who's all speaking the same language. They're all talking about your course and your course content and the things they've learned and how they're applying it. And if they don't keep up with it, if they're not learning, they get left behind. And that goes deep into our biological nature of not wanting to be left alone in the middle of the savannah at night with the lions. You want to create a connection with the community for your students. One of the ways you'll see this done is people are like, if you buy my course, you'll be in there on my exclusive Facebook community. And then it's just like this group of people who are like, hello? Hello? It's dead quiet. There's no structure. And so community takes a lot of intention. And so it doesn't have to be a community in terms of weird Facebook group or something like that. You can create accountability buddies or challenge pairs or study groups or anything that gets people connecting and talking with each other. You do not have to be the facilitator, but you do have to initiate those community steps as the course creator. So that was the third C of the 3 different C's of connection that needs to happen in a digital course. So we had connection with the content, connection with the creator, and connection with the community. Implement those 3 things and your students will be well on their way to success. Thanks for watching.